Noticing anything different from today's shoot? That's right, I'm on the other side of the car this time. It's been a long time coming since I've wanted to drive the Suzuki S-Presso, and Suzuki gave us some wheel time to drive this baby. Now, I got a question to ask you. What does sulit mean? Sulit means getting exactly what you pay for, or even more for what you pay for. We're going to find out if the 2021 Suzuki S-Presso is suited for you, and if it's the best car for first-time car buyers. How's it going, guys? Roy Robles here from Zigwheels.Ph, and today we'll be getting some wheel time with the 2021 Suzuki S-Presso. Let's start off with the front end of the Suzuki S-Presso. If you notice, it's got this large black out front end on the bottom here that only exposes half of the radiator grille. It's kind of looks like a split grille, but not the split grille that you're thinking of. Hi guys. So we got this huge S badge, stands for Suzuki, and of course this interesting panel right here for the grille that kind of looks like the Suzuki Jimny in a way. You got a squared out headlamps here. They're just halogen reflectorized, so no worries, no LEDs right here. You won't be finding any LEDs or projectors here. And some sort of provision for fog lamps, I think. Overall, the front end looks kind of menacing, kind of like an angry bulldog out of Gravia. It just kind of comes out as cute. Suzuki S-Presso, definitely a cute car. Heading over to the side profile of the Suzuki S-Presso, it definitely gives you some more character lines right here. You got some subtle character line right across the middle section of the belt line. It gives it a more raked down look, gives it a more aggressive stance, but again, that's just the character line. Don't be fooled by that optical illusion right there. It's got some muscular wheel arches on the rear here, a blacked out B-pillar, and take a look, guys. It's got these 90s door handles. When's the last time you've seen those kinds of door handles? Leave us a comment down below. It's definitely a good look all in all, but those 14-inch mags definitely does not help with its cause. Probably 15 inches would do this car wonders. It definitely lacks these mud guards here. It definitely help out if it had mud guards. And you know, those wheel arches definitely help out. And you got this black strip of plastic down below. Gives it a more crossover, more SUV aspirations. But again, this is just a hatchback, guys. A raced hatchback. It's got 180 millimeters of ground clearance, but still a hatchback, so don't get your hopes up. You might be wondering where the rear windshield wiper is, but I guess they went off and omitted that one, you know, for cost savings. Again, the savings will be passed over to you guys. I'll be discussing that price later on. You got this blacked out bottom portion here that kind of mimics a diffuser, but no, it's just there for the looks. You got this reflectorized panels right there, reflectorized red panels, and of course this C-shaped tail lamps give it a more interesting look. You got your third brake lamp up here, this pretty much construction right here that kind of looks like a rear spoiler, but it's not. Just gives it that great look. Now, you're wondering, how do you open this rear hatch? You'll have to open it from the inside, or you have to use this really sweet key that kind of looks like it has a smiley face on it. And once you do open that hatch, you'll be greeted to a pretty adequate type of cargo space right here. It'd probably fit a few water jugs and a few bags, but if you do need more space, you can just take out this tonneau cover and then fold the seats down. The seats don't fold 60-40 split, or don't even fold flat for that matter, but at least it gives you more extra space. Speaking of extra space, let's take a look at the inside, and I got a few things to show you that might just interest you. Ooh. Don't you just love wide opening doors? Anyway, the Suzuki S-Presso definitely has this basic interior, and it's as basic as it can get. You've got black plastics everywhere. There are no soft touch materials to speak of at all. The black theme definitely hides most of the cheap feeling, but definitely not cheaply built though. It's everything solidly put together. It's just that if you do touch them, you get that plastic feel all around. Now you got this 7-inch touchscreen right here. It does not have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. It does have Bluetooth, AM, FM, and you can put your USB in if you do have any tunes that you want to listen to. It's got some manual air conditioning controls here, and of course a 12-volt socket for your chargers. It's got 2 cup holders, And again, these seats they're all right. They're just this unibody design, and the foam is pretty soft, but they're not as supportive as I want them to be. There's no lumbar support to speak of. The steering wheel is made of polyurethane material. It's got some moldings everywhere, but it does not have any media controls or cruise control to speak of. It does have the dinkiest horn button that you can definitely hear. If you can hear this, it's awfully cute. All right, so again, it's all right. It's not something that I would be I see myself driving for the long term, but again, in the city driving, it's okay. Oh, one more thing about those seats. The seats are only adjustable for forward and back and tilt, so you can't raise the seat height for what it is. It's just set. It's just fixed right here. And worst of all, it does not have any adjustable steering wheel. So the steering wheel is just right there. You can't put it up or down or even reach forward for it. So whatever driving position you have, you'll have to adjust for the Suzuki S-Presso. And for my height, the windshield actually obstructs my line of sight a little bit. So when I drive like this, and it creates some sort of obstruction. But maybe if I adjust a little bit like that, if I relax, it's fine, I guess. But for anyone above 6 feet, you're gonna have a hard time driving the Suzuki S-Presso. This car is not for you unless you're willing to compromise. Compromise is the name of the game, and that's the Suzuki S-Presso. Oh, one more thing. If you notice the gauge clusters right here, the gauge cluster is actually located in the center stack. You can see this digital speedometer here. There are no tachometers, so you'll have to shift by feel. You'll have to use your butt dyno to determine whether you have to shift up or down, and that's kind of refreshing, so to speak. With these cars nowadays, they're all computerized, they're all automated, and this car doesn't even have a tachometer. So again, you'll have to be one with your car. You rarely have anything about these cars these days. If you notice the side mirrors right here, the side mirrors, they're actually manually adjustable, but you'll have to reach over to each side of the mirrors for you to adjust them to your particular preference. So you got your blank switches here. The side windows are automated, all right? But you won't find the switches here. You'd find them up front near the hazard button, so you can put your windows up and down. All right, I want to talk about safety. So a lot of you guys might be concerned about some recent NCAP scores that the International Suzuki S-Presso might be having. Now, of course, that might be a genuine concern, but for the Philippine model, you do have dual airbags, okay? The one that they tested out did not have dual airbags. This one has it. It also didn't have any pre-tensioners for the seat belts at the back, but this one, it does. Also, it has ISOFIX anchors, of course, electronic brake force distribution, and anti-lock brakes. You get all that for a car at this price. Again, teaser, I'll be talking about the price later on, but you'll be surprised that with all those specifications, with all those safety features you'll be getting, it's quite surprising actually that you'll be finding them on the Suzuki S-Presso. So when it comes to safety, Suzuki S-Presso is basic, but you don't have to worry about it because all the safety features that you need in a small car is right here. So now let's go over to the back. It's surprisingly roomy, all right? I mean, even though the front driver's seat is set up to my own specific driving position, I mean, it's almost slid all the way back, I still have a ton, all right? I have a ton of leg room and knee room. My feet isn't hitting any of the seat materials here. It's the construction of the seat. It's pretty smart. I guess that's why the front seats are mounted high that way, so you could have enough room for your feet down here. One thing that's of interest here is this bench type seat. Now these bench seats don't have any moldings whatsoever to curve into your body, but yeah, at least it gives you enough room. This definitely won't be the most comfortable place to be in for long drives, but again, it's comfortable enough for short jaunts around the city. Also, you do have something, I gotta surprise you guys that you haven't seen, I'm sure that you haven't seen in a long time. Let's go ahead and surprise the kids with this one. Windy windows. I mean, take a look. Windy windows are making a comeback on a Suzuki S-Presso. All right, so again, you have these seat belts here. You got even a lap seat belt for a middle passenger. That's optimistic. You can actually fit a third person in the middle, but it's going to be a tight squeeze. So I guess 2 people should be the maximum. For the rear seat, there's nothing here. You got this pocket there. There are no USB ports. There are no chargers. Heck, there aren't even any speakers available. I guess we've established that sitting in front and in the back is a good place to be at. I mean, it's an okay place to be at if you're driving around the city. Now let's go ahead and drive this thing. I've been waiting for about more than a year to get my hands on this and get some wheel time on this. So let's go ahead and take this baby for a spin, shall we? All right, so heading off in the Suzuki S-Presso. Well, off the line acceleration is pretty okay. It's pretty brisk for what it is. It only has 67 horsepower and 90 newton meters of torque, but with a 750 kilogram curb weight, that's pretty much nothing. So the power to weight ratio is just right, and it's pretty proportional. So even carrying enough luggage, enough passengers, you're all right. It's got a 4.5 meter turning radius, so doing U-turns or maneuvering around the city is a cinch. All right, see, like that. The engine noise. That engine noise definitely is something. It really permeates beyond the inside the cabin right there, and it's unmistakable. There's no denying about that engine noise. But at least it gives the car a little bit more character. So forget about NVH levels. This car has none of those. It's fairly planted. I mean, it's all right. It only has McPherson struts in the front and a torsion rear bar, but you don't really need independent suspension all around for a car with such a short wheelbase. And because of that short wheelbase, you feel all the ruts in the road, but I call that road feel. And you won't really miss that tachometer right there, since, just gotta adjust the mirrors there a bit. You won't miss the tachometer because it's the engine that's gonna tell you if it's time to shift up. So I guess that's the feature right there. That's when you know when to shift up or down. So braking, so you got it right there. Braking is fine. Again, it's just a 750 kilogram car, so even if you have 2 guys with you, 2 passengers apart from the driver, braking stopping power should be adequate. You got front disc brakes and a rear drum brake. Okay, so you got this manual handbrake, so that's old school right there, and the long throw shifter. Shifter is pretty notchy. That's how I like it. I mean, with my old car, it pretty much feels the same way, but this feels a lot better actually. And apart from the really long throws of the shifter, it's all right. Definitely have good feel right there. Well, the Suzuki S-Presso is not available with an automatic transmission. It only comes in manual, a 5-speed manual transmission. But car buyers don't have to worry about that, because this is probably one of the easiest clutches to learn manual with. The clutch is so light and the shifter is so notchy, definitely good right here. Guys, don't worry about driving manual, okay? If you drive a manual, that's another skill that you can notch into your resume and your life skills right there. Once you learn to drive a manual, you'll have that feeling of accomplishment that you can drive anything, all right? Fuel economy of this car starts from, oh my God, in the city, 10 kilometers per liter to 10 to 11 kilometers per liter in the city. It's easy, achievable, and definitely doable. And when you get to the highway, there we go. It goes ahead and opens up to about 16 kilometers per liter on the highway. I mean, that's hybrid levels of fuel economy. That's crazy. From a traditional car, you can't be asking for more from the Suzuki S-Presso. One of the best selling points of the Suzuki S-Presso has got to be the pricing. Pricing starts at 523,000 pesos for this single variant. At 523,000 pesos, you get a brand new car with all the safety features, increased ride height. It's larger than your common sedan, or it's larger than your common sedan or hatchback. Plus, you get that nice engine, nice peppy engine that you have underneath there. Lightweight, good space in the back. What more could you ask for from a car? I mean, from a brand new car, in fact. You can go ahead and, of course, take your chances in the second-hand market, buying an older vehicle. But of course, the caveat there would have to be you're also going to purchase all the history. You're going to purchase all the all the maintenance work that was done in that vehicle. But with this, you get the peace of mind, the warranty that comes with a brand new car, and of course the fuel economy. So there you have it, folks, the 2021 Suzuki S-Presso. Does it feel like a 500,000 peso car? It certainly does, but it's worth every value of that 500,000 pesos. That it's definitely going to be so much worth it if you purchase it. Now, do I see it as a car for me, at my height, for my needs? Definitely not. But for first-time car buyers or first-time car buyers who have families on the way, this sure definitely fits the bill. So what do you think? Leave us a comment down below and tell us what you think about the Suzuki S-Presso. Is this the perfect first car for you? Head on over to Zigwheels.Ph to find the best deals for the Suzuki S-Presso. If you love this video, leave us a like and make sure that you smash that subscribe button and hit that notification icon so that you're alerted whenever we upload a new video. Once again, it's Roy Robles from Zigwheels.Ph, and I'll see you guys next time.